how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward here with part 3 of my Get Back in Shape New Year's workout program. So if you haven't already done so, you want to go back and check out the previous 2 videos I posted because they are going to be laying the foundation for this program. Like I say, it's 3 total body workouts. You're going to be doing these every other day, and we're doing different exercises for each workout. So the first workout, cover more compound lifts. Second workout, we cover more isolation lifts. And today, we're basically going to throw in some extra exercises to work muscle groups that we didn't prioritize in those previous 2 workouts. So we're going to hit some work for the arms, we're going to hit some work for the calves, some work for our core, and let's just jump right to it. So I got it all written out for you. So the very first thing, I want you to start off with the treadmill, the elliptical, stationary bike, something like that, just to get your core temperature and your heart rate elevated. Ideally, do something that's going to work your entire body. Like if you have access to the elliptical with the moving handles, you can use that. That's a great option. The rowing machine, another great option. That's a favorite of mine for a warm-up. But bottom line, just do 5 to 10 minutes of cardio, get that heart rate elevated, and then you want to do some mobility exercises to warm up your entire body. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole routine because I actually covered that in the previous video, but you want to do some things for your neck, right? Mobility exercises up and down, side to side, ear to shoulder, like that. Arm circles, forwards, arm circles back. I'm going to do some trunk rotations, side to side like this, warm up the core, and then some deep knee bends. All right. So that would be your mobility. Again, that's a brief overview of it. If you want to see the full mobility workout, go back, check out workout 1 in this series, the first video, because I go into more detail about it. Now, getting into the weight training, we're going to start off with some work for our arms. Now, first one I want you to do is some sort of a bicep curl variation. Ideally, start off with, say, like a bicep curl using the cable machine. So let's just come over to the cables. Now you have a whole bunch of different cable attachments you can use, whatever suits your fancy. I'm going to use the straight bar. I like that straight bar attachment because that one works really good. It gives you a good peak contraction when you use a straight bar because your hands are already supinated all the way around. So that's what I'm going to be using for this one. So, but you can experiment with whatever variation you have. You could try an easy curl bar. That one works just as well. A little bit easier on the wrists. This one gives you a bit more of a peak contraction in the biceps. Just like this. Keep your elbows tucked close to the sides. Curl straight up. And shoot for about 15 repetitions. So start off light. Do a set of 15. And then increase the weight with each set based on how you feel. And ideally, go for 3 sets of 15 reps. And then as you get more advanced, as you build up your strength and your work capacity, we can always make it more challenging. But for now, just focus on the basics. Just get the habit of coming in, working out. Don't make it any more complicated than it needs to be at the start. After that, we're going to do some tricep pushdowns. Now it's already set up here. So you can even superset these back and forth, like do a set of bicep curls and do a set of tricep pushdowns. Now, if you don't have access to cables like this, for your biceps, you can do a dumbbell curl variation. That will work just as fine. There's different tricep variations that you can do, like tricep dips, like a close grip bench press if you have to. You can do like overhead dumbbell tricep extension. There's a lot of different variations that you can do if you don't have access to cables, but most gyms are going to have a cable machine similar to this. All right, so 3 sets, 15 reps of each. You can do them all your bicep curls, all your tricep extensions, or you can alternate them back and forth. Really up to you. After that, we're going to do a loaded carry. So I have the farmer's walk with dumbbells. Now this, you can use dumbbells, you can use kettlebells. It's really up to you. In the video, I'm just going to use these kettlebells, and basically you're just going to go for a walk. Now there's all kinds of farmer's walk attachments. I mean, pretty much every gym is going to have dumbbells, and that works just as fine. If you have some hardcore gyms, they're probably going to have these proper farmer walk handles that you can use, or you can use the kettlebells. It doesn't matter. It's the same exercise either way. And bottom line, what it's going to do is it's a good functional exercise because you're carrying weight for distance. So it's going to work your grip, going to work your traps, your back, your core, everything from your legs right on down to your ankles. So it's a good, functional, get back in shape exercise. So 3 laps back and forth to the gym with the dumbbells or the kettlebells, and start off light, just get used to the movement, and then increase the weight with each set, working within your work capacity and your fitness level. Next up, we're gonna do step-ups. This is a phenomenal exercise for your quadriceps, your hamstrings, your butt, your calves. Everything's gonna get worked here. So I'm just gonna demonstrate it. What I recommend, start with one leg first. So like just say you start with your left leg first. Do 10 step-ups leading with your left leg. And then immediately do 10 leading with your right leg. So that would be, if you did 10 with each leg, that's 20 total step-ups. Rest a minute or two and repeat that for 3 total sets of step-ups. Now as you build up your strength and your work capacity and you find that you want to add more challenge to it, obviously you can do more repetitions, you can do more sets and just build up the volume, which is what I would recommend for a beginner. But as you get more advanced, you can even hold on to dumbbells. This will instantly increase the weight and make it more harder. Now, if you don't have a wooden step like that, you could use a sturdy bench. You could even do lunges. If you're really stuck and you don't have anything to use as a step, whether like an aerobic step, a box, just do regular lunges. Really doesn't matter, but lunges is another awesome exercise. Works the exact same way as a step up. I actually like the step up better. I find it's easier on the knees. You know, lunges can sometimes place a bit more strain on the knee joint. Step ups I find are actually easier on the knees. So if you have a knee problem, that might be a better variation. Now we're going to do some calf work for our calves. Now we have a couple of variations. We can do seated calf raises or standing calf raises. Either one is totally acceptable. So that right there is the seated calf raise machine, and that's going to work the calves from a different range of motion. When you do calf raises with your knees bent, you're going to work more of the soleus muscle. When you do them with your legs straight, you're going to work more of the gastrocnemius. It's just the different muscles of the calf. Basically, you need to do a bent knee calf raise to get that muscle that's underneath the calf. So for full development, ideally you would include both. So if you want, you can even do a couple sets of seated calf, a couple sets of straight leg standing calf, or whatever you have available at your gym. I mean, in the beginning when you're just getting started, it really doesn't matter, but as you get more advanced, you're going to want to include both of them. But for now, just pick one. This is the standing calf raise machine, and this is one of my personal favorites. But the standing calf raise, you're going to do it with your legs locked out.
And this is a unique calf raise variation that you can do if you don't have access to a standing calf raise machine. How you set up for it is you're going to shoulder a barbell just like you would if you're doing a set of barbell squats, but instead of squatting, you're going to do calf raises. Now you'll notice that I'm standing on a couple of weight plates to elevate my heels, and this is just to get a better range of motion and more of a stretch in the calves as you do the calf raise. Now with this variation, it's an unstable exercise. It's not like doing a calf raise using the machine, which is going to balance and support your body. So I mean, you're going to feel the tendency to rock forwards and backwards, and you're going to have to use a lot of core stabilization in order to balance yourself as you're doing this exercise. And because of that, I don't recommend that you rep out to failure with the barbell calf raise, because there's a high risk that you may lose your balance and possibly hurt yourself. So what you can do instead is, after you rack the weight, perform single leg body weight calf raises. And for this one, you can safely rep out to failure and get an awesome pump in the calves.
Now we're going to finish off with some work for our core. And what I'm going to recommend in this workout is to do a plank variation. Now planks are awesome because they work your abdominals the way they're meant to be. Like the abs are basically just stabilizer muscles for your core. So you don't need to build bigger abdominals. Like nobody wants bigger abs, like you want bigger biceps or bigger pecs or bigger delts. You just want a nice, tight, solid, strong midsection. So the abdominal plank is a great exercise for that. The basic plank is just get down on your elbows and on your tippy toes and just hold it for time. Basically hold this for as long as you can until your abs start to quiver and shake and you find that you can't hold it any longer. Another variation is to get up in a push-up position and simply hold this. It's going to be the exact same. You're still going to be targeting all those muscles throughout the midsection in a static contraction. So there you go. That concludes the workout. At the end of that now, go back up. We're going to do some cardio. Could be treadmill, elliptical, stationary bike, whatever you have up there. That's ideal for tapping into burning some stored body fat at the end of your workout. And it's a good cool down to rid the body of any lactic acid buildup. So there you go. That is the total body workout. We've got all 3 videos in this series. If you haven't already done so, go back, check out those previous videos. So if you have any questions, comments, or feedback about this video, please feel free to post those down in the comment section below. I always love chatting with you down there. And make sure to subscribe to the Total Fitness Bodybuilding YouTube channel. I always got new videos coming your way. Hit that notification bell so you get updated and notified. And stay tuned for my next video coming soon. Take care. Over and out.